Mangalabar, welcome to Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin, and we've got the latest news and reports. February 13th was Bogyoke Aung San's birthday, and so people around the country celebrated the birthday of General Aung San. For what's important to know in this time of global health crisis, experts rush to develop coronavirus vaccine as the global concerns mount. A story coverage on free screening to mark Bogyoke's birthday and Myanmar Children's Day. And the last report on Myanmar International Furniture Expo 2020 in Yangon. We'll definitely get to the reports in a while, but before that, let's take a look at local news. The 105th birthday of Bogyoke Aung San was celebrated with a breakfast feast for the children at the City Hall of Taungji in southern Shan State Thursday. State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi, in her capacity as the chairperson of the Central Committee for Development of Border Areas and National Races, held a meeting with cabinet members of Shan State government at Taungji Hotel. In making a speech, the state councillor shared her experience of the parentless child, comparing with the feeling of orphans. The state councillor advised to transform some weaknesses into certain strengths in life and to lead a happy and friendly environment with others, and finally wished for the well-being of all. The state councillor then presented commemorative gifts to the children to mark the 105th birthday of Bogyoke Aung San, followed by the poem Aung San Hero, reciting by the children. Permanent Secretary Dr. That Kai Win of the Ministry of Health and Sports stressed the need for public cooperation in the isolation and quarantine process underway in Myanmar to prevent the spread of respiratory coronavirus disease, COVID-19, at the daily meeting held at the ministry Thursday morning. He also pointed out the need to enforce the Prevention and Control of Communicable Diseases law and ratify the relevant bylaws. The existing inpatients under suspicion and patients under surveillance are required to have the stipulated health advice when they are discharged. It is necessary to continue the surveillance measures upon them after discharge. A ceremony to mark unveiling Bogyoke Aung San bronze statue was held in conjunction with essay, painting, poem, song, extempore talks, and General Aung San's speech contest commemorating Myanmar Children's Day and prize presentation ceremony at the MICC2 in Naypyidaw Thursday. Union Minister for Information Dr. Phay Min gave a speech where he said the ceremony is to commemorate General Aung San and called for the preservation of the tradition and nurturing Bogyoke's mind and ability to younger generation for the perpetual existence of independence and the country's development. Then, Union Ministers presented prizes to the winning students in the contest to mark Myanmar Children's Day. A museum dedicated to pachyderms will open in March at the Wingabore Elephant Conservation Camp in Bogyoke Township. Officials expect more tourists to visit the camp this year once the museum is inaugurated. The Wingabore Elephant Conservation Camp opened on the 3rd of November 2016. It is located on the Payaji to Bonnet Road in Bogyoke Township, 3 miles and 7 furlongs from milepost 39. In the beginning, the Wingabore Elephant Camp recorded a few visitors. Later, the number of visitors increased to around 50 to 100 per day. Now, the camp sees around 200 to 400 visitors on the weekends. The camp also provides elephant-related activities where visitors can feed baby and adult elephants, give them a bath, and take a ride. There is also a playground for children. In addition, visitors can plant trees at the camp under a special program. That's all with the local news, and here's the first report on Myanmar Today. February 13th was the birthday of General Aung San, and the people across the nation celebrated his birthday, and in many places the statues of General Aung San were unveiled as well. The 105th birthday celebration of General Aung San was also held at Mahabandula Park in downtown Yangon by offering free boiled pea and naan, which was not one of the favorite foods of General Aung San. Williamson has more.
On February 13 of 1915, the father of modern Myanmar and a national hero, the father of independence, General Aung San was born, and 105th birthday of General Aung San was celebrated on 13 of February at Mahabandula Park in downtown Yangon, attended by U Phyo Min Deng, Yangon Region Chief Minister, along with other governmental officials of regional government. At the birthday celebration of General Aung San, one of the favorite foods of General Aung San, boiled pea and nanpia, naan, was offered to the people who came to the event. Along with boiled pea and nanpia, tea and other drinks were also offered to people as a part of the celebration. Speaking at the 105th birthday of General Aung San, Upyo Minting, Yangon Region Chief Minister, said,
In this 105th birthday of General Aung San, who is the national hero, the person who fought for our independence, and who also established Damodar, we hold several events across the country commemorating the birth of General Aung San. We also see the opening ceremony of his statues across the country. The reason for doing all these things is we need to honor the national heroes who gave their lives to deliver us from the hand of colonists. At the same time, by doing all these things, we are expressing our gratitude towards the sacrifices made by the fathers of independence for our nation. We must pass on our history to the upcoming generation by celebrating the achievements of our national heroes and what they had done for us. We were under the rule of British colony for around 100 years. But the unity and togetherness of all ethnic brothers and sisters had brought us independence from British colony. But just 1 year before we gained independence, our independence father, General Aung San, was assassinated. But here, we must pass on our history of independence to the younger generation, that it was a hard-earned independence.
Upyo Minting also stressed that we all must be grateful for what our leaders had done for us, and there are many things to learn from our leaders as well. Taking them as example, we must work together and work hard for our nation and sacrifice self-interest for the sake of the public. These are the reasons why the birthday of General Aung San is celebrated every year, with the aim to inspire the children so that they may contribute something to the nation. Speaking at the event, U Tan, Joint Secretary of YCDC, also said,
Since 2015, we have been celebrating the birthday of General Aung San in a different form, once again reviving the people of what General Aung San had done for us. As long as the earth remains, I am sure the name of General Aung San will live through ages to come. At the same time, his attitude will also live for ages to come.
Dam Miminso, a participant at the event, also spoke to Myanmar Radio and said,
I always remember our general, though I have not seen him in person, nor I am not a political person. I always love our general and always respect him. As our general is the national hero for us, we must always respect him and value the legacy he left behind.
This is Williamson for Myanmar Radio.
That's a report on celebrating the birthday of General Aung San. Alright, it's time now to check on the weather forecast in Myanmar. There's going to be hazy sunshine in Yangon, and air quality will be unhealthy for sensitive groups during the day, while the night will be clear. The highest temperature for the day will be at 32 degrees Celsius and the lowest will be at 16 degrees Celsius. It's going to be mostly sunny in Naypyidaw during the day, while the night will have clear skies. The highest temperature for the day will be at 32 degrees Celsius and the lowest will be at 12 degrees Celsius. Hazy sunshine in Mandalay during the day, and it will be hazy at night too. The highest temperature for the day will be at 32 degrees Celsius and the lowest will be at 13 degrees Celsius. We're back to our reports now, and we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates after this report. While the world worries about the spread of the deadly coronavirus, now known as COVID-19, major pharmaceutical firms push to make millions of dollars by rushing to develop a vaccine. Experts and researchers in China tested the vaccines on animals last weekend and found one of the crucial factors for vaccine development. Our reporter Agajo reached out to CRI reporter in Wuhan for more information.
While the national death toll from coronavirus in China nearing 1,400 as of Thursday, with almost 60,000 cases in total, the experts are racing against time to develop a vaccine. Recently, the vaccine tests were conducted on mice and lab animals in search of a cure to contain the deadly coronavirus, now known as COVID-19. Vaccines often require lengthy testing on thousands of people before they are allowed to be sold. But in 2002 and 2003, the SARS outbreak came and went before a vaccine could be produced. In fact, there is still no protective vaccine for SARS available. For more on the latest development in vaccine search, MI Radio reached out to the reporter covering the outbreak news of COVID-19 in Wuhan.
A study led by South China Agricultural University has found that the metagenome sequence of the novel coronavirus strain separated from pangolins was 99% identical to that from infected people, indicating pangolins may be an intermediate host of the virus. The research team analyzed more than 1,000 metagenome samples of the wild animals and found pangolins are the most likely intermediate host.
The first cases of novel coronavirus infections were reported in December, and these cases were mostly related to the Huanan seafood market in Wuhan, central China's Hubei province. The market was closed on January 1st. Another professor who participated in the study said as the Huanan market had been disinfected following the virus outbreak, their study samples were not taken from the market, but from the existing metagenome sequences of the wild animals available online or in the related databases.
A professor with the university and a member of the research team said previous research had found the novel coronavirus originated in bats, but as the current outbreak happened in winter, it was unlikely that people had been directly infected by bats, which are hibernating.
Molecular biological detection revealed that the positive rate of the beta coronavirus in pangolins was 70%. Researchers further isolated the virus and observed its structure with an electron microscope. They found the genome sequence of the coronavirus strain was 99% identical to those in infected people.
According to a report citing sources with the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention, a candidate vaccine targeting the novel coronavirus has been tested on animals. The vaccine samples were injected into more than 100 mice on Sunday, but a CDC official warned that the animal testing is in a very early stage of vaccine development, and there are still many steps to be taken before the vaccine is ready to be used on humans.
Some 242 deaths from the new coronavirus were recorded in the Chinese province of Hubei on Wednesday. That is the deadliest date of the outbreak. There was also a huge increase in the number of cases, with 14,840 people diagnosed with the virus. Hubei has started using a broader definition to diagnose people, which accounts for most of the rise in cases. Until Wednesday's increases, the number of people diagnosed in Hubei where the outbreak emerged was stabilizing.
So far, I haven't seen any source of the exact number of infection rate. And actually, I think it's too early to talk about the infection rate because it's changing every day. But the new number of coronavirus cases in China, apart from Hubei province, has seen a steady decline since February the 3rd. While in Hubei, which is the hardest hit province, 2,097 new confirmed cases were reported on Monday, and the number was the fewest in 9 days.
While the world worries about the spread of the deadly coronavirus now known as COVID-19, one would expect the major pharmaceutical firms to make millions, even billions, by rushing to develop a vaccine. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on experts rushing to develop coronavirus vaccine as the global concerns mount. And now we have information on currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,450 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 207 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,579 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,880 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,045 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 350 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 46 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 20 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,576. Silver is at $17, and Brent crude oil is at $50. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,500. MTSH is at 3,950. MCB is at 8,200. FPB is at 22,500. TMH is at 2,900. You're with Myanmar Radio's Myanmar Today. If you want to watch or listen to more programs from our station, you can just visit our website, miradio.com.mm, or tune in to 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Manali, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. But of course, if you prefer to have it within your grasp, you can download our app on both iOS and Android platforms. Search by typing Myanmar INTL Radio and you'll find the app. Download it on your devices so you can listen to our radio shows on the go. Stay with us as we bring you more reports on Myanmar Today. The first day screening of the Golden Princess film coincided with the 105th birthday of Bogyoke Aung San and the Myanmar Children's Day, which falls on the 13th of February. The producers of the film, the actors, actresses, and responsible people from Myanmar Motion Picture Organization made the charity works at Myanmar Myo Monastic Education School and Child Development Center. The film production also makes a free screening for the students from the center. Pyo Ritu reports.
The charity event, in commemoration of the 105th birthday of Bogyoke Aung San, in conjunction with Myanmar Children's Day, was celebrated by the production of Golden Princess filmed at the Mada Cinema in Yangon on Thursday. At the event, the film audience from the first issue of the Golden Princess filmed was provided with charity foods that included boiled peas and naans, a favorite food of Bogyoke Aung San. The producers of the film, the actors, the actresses, and the responsible people from Myanmar Motion Picture Organization make the charity walks at Myanmar Myo Monastic Education School and Children Development Center, and the students from the center were treated with charity foods inclusive of boiled peas and naans. The film productions makes a free screening for the student to commemorate the Myanmar Children's Day and the 105th birthday of Bogyoke Aung San on the first day of the film. The first day screening of the Golden Princess film was coincided with the 105th birthday of Bogyoke Aung San and the Myanmar Children's Day, which follows the 13th February. Go Myo Myanmar, an organizer of the charity event, said about the charity walks provided by the film production. Go Myo Myanmar, Chief Content Officer for Channel K, said,
The Golden Princess film was permitted to be screened coincidentally on the birthday of Bogyoke Aung San, and it is also Myanmar Children's Day. We usually create the charity works related with art, so we offer the meals to the monks and the students from Myanmar Myo Monastic Education School and Child Development Center were treated in commemoration of Bogyoke's birthday in the morning. And we make a free screening of 12:30 p.m. showtime for the students at the Mada Cinema. We also treated boiled peas and naans to the audience from the first show for today's screening. Most students from this monastic school have never been to a cinema. As a feature of a country's, children must keep developing both physically and mentally. To develop the mentally and intelligence, only the school education is not well enough, and they must know about the general knowledge from the outside world. The film can create such kind of knowledge. That's why we plan to make a free screening for the students and to make them happy on Children's Day.
Over 200 students and teachers have participated in the free screening event celebrating at Tamada Cinema. And Gomyo Myanmar also told MI Radio that the Golden Princess Film Production also treated the charity foods to the audience at Aung Cinema in Daegu as a commemorative event for Bogyoke Aung San's birthday. The actress Midin Zau also said her participation in today's charity walks and Golden Princess filmed, which she starred as a character. Midin Zau, actress, said,
For me, it won't be easy to plan a free film screening for over 200 children like this, but the production can create such kind of charity walks. I'm really thankful them because we can treat the children and make them watch the film because of the production. This event is really memorable for me.
As much as I know, Ujotu also did a free film screening for his film 1014. So this film will be the second film for free screening. Of course, this kind of free film screening costs a lot and also is a bit bothersome for the production. But we have received much more love and kindness from the children. I wish them more screening like this for the children.
I am Jyoti Ritu. This is news reporting from MI Radio.
That's a report on free screening to mark Bogyoke's birthday and Myanmar Children's Day. And here's the last report on Myanmar International Furniture Expo 2020 in Yangon. Myanmar International Furniture Expo 2020 is currently being held at Damodar Hall from the 13th to the 16th of February. Over 50 enterprises display different kinds of furniture, including those made of rattan and bamboo, wood-based ones and modern ones. DJ Henry Zin has more.
Myanmar Rattan and Bamboo Entrepreneurs Association and Wood-Based Furniture Association organized Myanmar International Furniture Expo 2020. At the Expo held at Damodar Hall in Yangon, about 50 enterprises displayed the different kinds of furniture at over 150 booths.
Previously, rattan and bamboo productions depended on the natural forest for the raw materials, but we want to raise awareness for our members of the association to plant the rattan and bamboo more instead of using raw materials from the natural forest. We also aim at producing high-quality products by utilizing the advanced technology. By organizing the expos, we can seek the expansion of the market to provide more employment.
In the Expo, modern furniture, wood-based furniture, and furniture made of bamboo, rattan, water hyacinth were displayed. They are both handmade and industry-made for household, office, interior, and outdoor decorations.
Wood-Based Furniture Association represents the furniture enterprises. So in this expo, we want to help them display their products for the marketing. The wood-based furniture are available for both indoor and garden decoration. The furniture are made of different types of wood, such as teak, badak, or hardwood. So in the local market, some other people prefer the wood-based furniture, but the price is quite high. However, it is not easy to reduce the price, so we have to produce the high-quality products with better designs in order to expand the market.
The raw materials are put up for auction by Myanmar Timber Enterprise. It also sells to the timber-related small and medium enterprises. The products made of rattan and bamboo are also demanded by the consumers. It becomes one of the popular decoration ideas.
We mainly produce the furniture made of rattan and water hyacinth. The productions of rattan, bamboo, and water hyacinth are to help in reduction of deforestation. Nowadays, the handmade furniture is also gaining popularity. In some restaurants or hotels, they use the rattan or bamboo furniture for decoration. This is the market which much potential both locally and internationally. So we have to produce the high quality products with creative designs.
Back then, only baskets or sieves were produced from bamboo. But now, many commodities such as furniture, bags, lamps, or many other things are made of bamboo. Bamboo products can be damaged easily after using, so they are also used as replacement for plastic. Not only our local people, but also foreigners like to try using bamboo products.
Myanmar and Bamboo Entrepreneurs Association also hopes for international market expansion. According to the chairman, they are also to join an exhibition in Germany.
Our member enterprises also export the rattan and bamboo furniture to the international market, but our export rate is quite low compared to the other countries. The annual export value is about 2 or 3 million US dollar. For the association, we are striving to expand the international market. To do so, we should not depend on the natural forest but have to plan by ourselves to get the required raw materials.
The expo took place at Damodar Hall from 13 to 16 February. The visiting consumers can discover different kinds of furniture at one place, and they can enjoy discounts as well. That's all for now. This is Dora Suisin reporting from MI Radio.
That's all the reports on Myanmar Today. We'll now take a look at the video of an Indian man who lives in China and what he has to say about living there with the coronavirus outbreak.
Hi, this is Akhil Parashar. I am an Indian and I have been living in China for the last 9 years. At present, China is going through a tough time and I am still staying in Beijing. I know that the whole nation is confronted with a deadly threat, but it's safe here and I believe Chinese government is taking all possible measures to eradicate coronavirus from the country. They are striving to battle against novel coronavirus. Meanwhile, China has taken various measures to combat novel coronavirus. China has also constructed 2 hospitals, Huoshanshan and Leishanshan, that are saving the lives of thousands of people with coronavirus. You know what? Rome was not built in a day, but the Huoshanshan Hospital, the latest of China's efforts in the battle against coronavirus, was built in 10 days. China's actions against the coronavirus are being strongly praised in the West by medical professionals led by the World Health Organization, which has serious medical knowledge. But Western media figures who know nothing serious about medical issues at all are attacking China. This shows the illogical and completely irresponsible behavior in large parts of Western people. I must say, if you ever live in or know China better, you would be surprised what the Chinese government has done. The deadly coronavirus outbreak in China has fueled an upsurge in anti-Asian discrimination, hate speech, and even violence elsewhere in the world, much of it reaching a global audience on social media. When the H1N1 epidemic broke out in the United States in 2009, nobody called it an American virus. But when a new type of coronavirus, pneumonia, broke out in China today, it's being called as China virus. I didn't remember people calling Zika the Brazil virus or Ebola the Congo virus. Yes, it is originated from China, but please show some respect. We should stop calling coronavirus outbreak as Chinese pneumonia or China virus. I believe discrimination and humiliation will not alleviate the epidemic situation. Countless people will go retrograde after this battle. We should not discriminate, but we should be united as one. We need to act to help China to tackle and contain the virus. It is not a time for blaming and accusation. No discrimination, no double standards. A nation with 1.4 billion is an important part of the world community. Please stop the discrimination against China. Isolate the virus, not isolate love, and work together to overcome difficulties. They are Chinese. They are not virus. Come on Wuhan, come on China.
Well, that's a wrap, and thanks for joining me on Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin. Take good care of your health and remember to wash your hands frequently, practice good hygiene, and drink lots of water. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.